Hello and welcome back to Iowa for the Hooters Nationwide Series, as they will take the track for 38 laps here. On the pole today, Tyson Broad, and alongside Preston Plord, and I will say this. He missed the first three races, but he comes into this race 21st in points. Great season. Zach Buchanan and James Henry, row 2, with Chris Washer, Gordon Fan, row 3. Drew Austin and Kyle Austin make up row number 4, and the Penske teammates Daniel Day and Brendan Patterson make up the 5th row. We have 19 different winners so far here in the Hooters Nationwide Series. So that means drivers Dustin Griffiths, Jose Navarro, and Amy Shelley. They have a win, but they need another one just to have any shot. Preston Vale's already in the chase. He has 2 wins, but he's down there as well. Chris Washer is the one that now will need a win next to improve his chase, to solidify his chase chances, as he has a win but is the lowest in points with only 1 win. We'll see how this one goes. 38 laps on tap here. There were 25 yesterday. Those were semi-wreck filled. How will this one go? We'll have to find out, and we'll find out now. As they head off into turn number 1, Tyson Broad grabs the race lead. Zach Buchanan, who has a win, is right on his back bumper. They're 3 wide back here, and around goes Gordon Fan. Oh, this could be interesting up here as well. Oh, they're only like 4 wide. Only 4 wide on short track. No problems there. Oh my gosh! Brendan Patterson. The Huggies machine's damaged. TJ Williams. I see damage on Bob Johansson's car. Kyle Austin, Kyle Thomas, Gordon Fan I saw around, Derek Benassi. Preston Vale's back here, but his car looks fairly good. There's Andrew Dodds. Hard to tell who has damage of those guys. I saw Joe Davis go and get turned. Brendan Patterson, of course, rode the wall there for a moment. He'll come down to pit road most likely. And we'll have to take you back to see what happened to bring out the caution and what happened after that. And we're back. Here's what happened. They were coming off turn number 2. They're 3 wide, which shouldn't be too much of an issue. And Kyle Austin just gets into the 54. Oh, there's where Kyle Austin and Kyle Thomas will get their damage. They hit that wall a ton. And coming up here, Joe Davis is going to get turned. And it looks like by William Duncan. Warren Cherry, Dylan Younging a little loose. Oh, and Jake Davis gets turned by Joe after William Duncan got into him. And then these guys are coming to the caution flag 4 wide. And there's just nothing for Brendan Patterson to do, and he just gets put up onto the wall. And a scary moment for the fans is this car just goes into the catch fence and just rides there. Wow. And we're hearing that because the fans are seated so far back at this track, no fans injured, as the pieces of debris did not fly into the stands off the 22. Angel Navarro gets into this, as well as Brendan Patterson. There's John McNamara. He was one of the guys that was in the turning there. And crazy scene here on the first lap. And we're back. 2 drivers have retired, TJ Williams and Kyle Austin. Kyle Thomas is 1 lap down. Drew Austin leads, and it's Tyson Broad, Chris Washer, Zach Buchanan, James Henry, Preston Plord, Amanda Shelley, Daniel Day, Theo Stiegel, and Maria Kulaya is your top 10. How about a couple of Impalas up in the top 5? You have Chris Washer in an Impala, and then James Henry's in an Impala. Green flag's out. Back to racing here at Iowa. But for how long? Kyle Thomas is way off the pace. Top 5 have him cleared before they get down into turn, as they get down to turn 1. Daniel Day's trying to pass the 54, but went to the inside and trapped him behind him. Oh, this could be an issue right here. Oh, they're wrecking in front of him! Chris Washer. Oh, and John McNamara was flipping. Griffiths with a hard hit. There's Kyle Sosnowski. Brennan Patterson's in another one, and Tyson Broad's car is smoking. Drew Austin leads to caution. Daniel Day was third. Buchanan second, but is not passing the 48 yet. Now the 48's going to let Zach on by. And meanwhile, Amanda Shelley will come to pit road. So we'll bring you back to see what happened, and then we'll update you on what Amanda Shelley strategizes here for her pit stop. And we're back, and before we take a look at what brought out the caution, I saw this on the back straightaway. John McNamara gets a little bit of a tap from Dylan Young. Saves it though, and then coming off turn number 4, this happened in the battle for second. And just looks like Chris Washer's not going to give Tyson Broad any room there. They spin out and the caution comes out as a result. Great job by Buchanan to avoid hitting the wall there. Oh, Amanda Shelley gets clipped there. There's Theo Stiegel, the 22 Brennan Patterson, Elijah Workman. There's John McNamara in the 16. Charles Sanford's the one that puts him up and over. And I just want to take a look at the 48 versus these guys at the line. They say he gets third. And yeah, and look at the battle between the 71 and the 4 coming back. That one was close. And we will bring you back for the green flag here from Iowa. And we are back. Drew Austin leads. Then it's Zach Buchanan, Daniel Day, James Henry, Chris Washer, Preston Plord, Amy Shelley, Jose Navarro, Tom Shelley, and Warren Cherry, the top 10. Kyle Thomas still one lap down. But Elijah Workman, Tyson Broad, Theo Stiegel, Brennan Patterson, John McNamara, Dustin Griffiths, and Kyle Sosnowski have all retired. And not quite sure what the strategy was for 39, and Zach Buchanan just tried to turn the 5. Oh, hard wreck. Oh! Oh, whoops. Wrong button. Whoa! And so Zach Buchanan has just turned the person who is leading the race. Oh, I have a feeling Drew Austin's not going to be too happy about this. Oh, if only he's going to get an opportunity to get back up to that 53. Oh, whoops. And we are back. Here's what happened. We saw it on the camera, though. Zach Buchanan gets into the 5 of Drew Austin and just refuses to get away from him almost. Either that or Drew just continues to turn down. Either way, Drew gets put into the inside wall, and then these guys just hit pretty much head on into this. Nothing Chris Washer or James Henry could have done. I'm waiting for the 39 here, see what happens up here past this. Wow, this could have easily been a lot worse if Amanda had not been able to save that car. But Drew Austin livid over the radio about that incident. He does not have a win yet this season, so that's why. We'll bring you back for the green flag here from Iowa. And we are back. Zach Buchanan continues to lead. It is still Daniel Day in second. Preston Port's now third. Amy Shelley, Jose Navarro, Tom Shelley, Warren Cherry, Maria Kulaya, Trevor Meacham, and Bob Johansson in the top 10. With Jake Davis, PJ Williams, Dylan Young, Angel Navarro, Charles Sanford, William Duncan, Brad Johnson, Seth Cole, Jeffrey Buckeye, and Jake Cole, the top 20. And I can't wait to see how this one goes now, because we have a fuming hot driver that's in the back knowing that he had a car to win. And the guy who turned him is now leading. Green flag's back out. Daniel Day spun the tires a little bit. Oh, Preston Floyd's around! And he hits the inside wall. And that will bring out a caution. Zach Buchanan leads. And it's Jose Navarro now into third. And Jeffrey Buckeye's up and over and on his roof. So we had a wreck coming down to the caution flag as well. So now we'll take you back, take a look at these, and then bring you back for the green flag here from Iowa. And we're back. Contact between the 60 and the 26, setting this one off. As Amy Shelley will just turn the 60. That's how Jose Navarro is going to get into third. And then what happens to the 3? As they're coming off turn 4, 3 wide with Dylan Young. And Buckeye just does not give any room. Sanford and Johnson get into the wall, and then how's he going to get up? Wow. Dylan Young just says, hey, you're going to stuff me into the fence. I'm going to put you on your roof. Oh, and Sanford's up on 2 wheels now because Buckeye hits him. Not that Buckeye had any control over that, but oh well, we'll bring you back for the green flag here. I think tempers is starting to flare a little bit here at Iowa. 2 short tracks in a row, that will happen. And we are back. Zach Buchanan continues to lead. It is Daniel Day in second with Jose Navarro, Amy Shelley, Tom Shelley, Maria Kulaya, Warren Cherry, Trevor Meacham, that's Jake Davis. Okay, Jake's the 10, Joe's the 8. Get that in your head. PJ Williams rounds out the top 10. Bob Johansson, Angel Navarro, William Duncan, Seth Cole, Jake Cole, Tom Gerard, Wayne James, Gordon Pan, Preston Vale, and Brad Johnson is the top 20. As the field will come out at turn number 4, Zach Buchanan's on the throttle. We're back to green flag racing, but can we make a green flag lap? The truck series did, but these guys have not. Amy Shelley inside for third. Oh, Kalaya's around. Tom Shelley. Bob Johansson's in it. Tom Gerard. Drew Austin's got damage now. Chris Washer's in it. William Duncan's got damage. Wow, and so the top 10 is where this keeps going on. And I think Joe Davis is like the luckiest guy on the track, because with each of these cautions, he remains on the lead lap, despite making like 20 pit stops now. As let's take a look back and see what happened. It looked like this might have been a case where Maria comes up the track and gives Tom Shelley absolutely no room. And we are back. 3 wide here, coming off turn number 2. Kyle Thomas on the inside. And Kulaya just comes up and up and up. And Shelley's like, hey, you've just put me in the fence. There's nowhere else for me to go. And then Johansson with the hard hit. Gerard just pile drives the back end of his car. Here comes Jake Cole. He's going to miss it. Chris Washer comes in here somewhere. Oh, that's where. Wow. And then there's nowhere for Drew Austin to go at that point. As he just smacks it. Oh, William Duncan's already involved at that point. Who did he hit? Did he hit Tom? Look at all the people behind this. You have Warren Cherry, Trevor Meacham, Jake Davis up there. Oh, yeah, he just drills the 23. And what? Look at the 14. Gonna do like frame by frame here. Watch the 14 in behind this. Oh, he gets clipped by the 30. And it actually like helps Jake Cole miss this entire wreck. Wow. Oh, wow, that's a hard hit to see. So, with 21 laps complete, we've just lost a couple more cars. We'll bring you back for the green flag and recap your the field and who is remaining with a possible shot at winning this. And we are back. Zach Buchanan continues to lead. Now it's Amy Shelley in second with Daniel Day, Jose Navarro, PJ Williams, Seth Cole, Angel Navarro, Gordon Fan, Warren Cherry, and Preston Vale, the top 10. Those out, William Duncan, Drew Austin, Bob Johansson, Tom Gerard, Maria Kulaya, Chris Washer, and at some point here, Jeffrey Buckeye is retired. Oh yeah, he was the one that flipped. Of course, that's why he's retired. Top 3 cleared the lap car going down to turn number 1. Here comes Amy Shelley. Does she have anything for him? She's looking to the inside. Dodge versus Dodge. Off of turn number 4. Buchanan's in the wall, and I think we just completed a green flag lap. And we did. Somehow we just completed a green flag lap. Now Amy's in the wall, so's Buchanan. Here comes Daniel Day to the inside for second. Navarro's on his tail. They're only going to be 3 wide coming out this turn. It hasn't worked all day. Oh, Daniel Day, and he's around. It looks like the caution's been out, actually, as Amy Shelley leads, and it's PJ Williams in second. And so we will take a look and see if we can't figure out what happened to bring out the caution. And we're back. Here's the actual reason for the caution, not the Daniel Day incident. There's 3 wide coming off turn number 4. And Jake Cole actually gets turned around by James Qualls and Brad Johnson. Not much either of them could have done. I mean, they were already 2 wide. And so as they're coming back around, oh wow, Tom Shelley was on pit road. But then there was this where Daniel Day just gives no room coming off turn number 2. And at this point, I'm like, hey, they might save it. But then Navarro's like, nope, you ain't saving that. Navarro's like, nope. Not gonna let you save that. As Daniel Day gets looped around, we'll bring you back for the green flag here from Iowa. And we are back. No new retirees. Joe Davis now 2 laps down. Tom Shelley, Derek Benassi, Andrew Dodds, and Kyle Thomas are also 1 lap down. But your top 10 is Amy Shelley, PJ Williams, Gordon Fan, Seth Cole, Jose Navarro, Warren Cherry, Zach Buchanan, Trevor Meacham, Jake Davis, Wayne James. I'm sorry. That's your top 10. Then it's Jake Cole, Preston Vale, James Qualls, Derek Benassi, Brad Johnson, Daniel Day, Angel Navarro, Kyle Thomas, James Henry, Preston Plord, Charles Sanford, Amanda Shelley, and Dylan Young as your lead lap cars. 21 of them on the lead lap. 26 cars running. We're back to racing though with 6 laps to go. Top 4 break away a little bit. A staggered like 3 wide as they come off turn number 2. Gordon Fan inside of PJ Williams. And Seth Cole's going to make it 3 wide for second. He's going to lead too. Seth Cole to the race lead. I mentioned last week how this was the only series he hadn't won in. And the caution flag is out. But Amy Shelley led at the stripe. Oh! If only that start-finish line was over by turn 1 like it is at Talladega, Seth Cole would be leading this one. Instead, it's Amy Shelley by a 1/10 of a second. And we got, Daniel Day, Jake Davis. And wouldn't it be funny if, it would be sad. I know Seth would be mad at himself if it ended up being this way, but if this race ends under caution. Either way, we'll take you back to see what happened to Daniel Day as he has since retired. And then we'll figure out this one. We'll get back to racing. And we're back. Daniel apparently did not learn his lesson because he once again gives someone no room. Slides right up into Brad Johnson. And instantly up on his roof. Well, I guess Brad could have given him a little bit more room there. But still, he was pushing him up the track. And coming back down the track. That's Amanda Shelley. And whoop! Only 1 flip. Who else? Jake Davis is apparently just on pit road. So with that, I want to take a look at how close this was, just in case it becomes an official race. That's the gap. Take a screenshot of that. And we'll bring you back for the green flag or the checkered flag, whichever one comes first. And we're back, and Seth's gonna get a shot at it. Lights out on the pace car. It's a 1-lap shootout. Amy Shelley leads. Then Seth Cole, Gordon Fan, PJ Williams, Zach Buchanan, Trevor Meacham, Warren Cherry, Jose Navarro, Wayne James, and Preston Vale the top 10 with Jake Cole, James Qualls, Angel Navarro, Brad Johnson, James Henry, Charles Sanford, Preston Plord, Amanda Shelley, and Dylan Young, your lead lap cars. 19 of them on the lead lap. Daniel Day, Jake Davis retired. 24 cars left on the track. We saw Seth was good on Amy Shelley here. He's going to have 2 turns to do it in this time. Amy Shelley's going to have the restart of her life here if she wants to win this race and then coincidentally also make the chase with it. Green flag's back out. 1-lap shootout time. I want to leave that inside open for Seth though, but she is going to. Gordon Fan's going to take advantage as well. 3 wide as they go down the back straightaway. They touch! Oh! Seth Cole's pinned to the fence, and it's going to be Gordon Fan grabbing his 3rd win of the season. Oh! But there's the person who's going to win this race. Comes in 6th in points. He's going to tie Elijah Workman for the most wins this season. Wow. Well, let's go take a look back at that final lap, as I'll show you also the bottom of the standings here. Of course, not wanting to finish down there, because then that means you finished out of this race. But wow, what a finish to this one. Kind of go through the whole chain of events, I guess, on this final lap. And so Amy Shelley takes the line that she had been the entire race. Unfortunately, it's the final lap, and Seth Cole's able to peak. And look at Gordon Finn just force the issue, make it 3 wide. He has 2 wins this season already. So he don't know why he made the move, but it pays off for him as they come down the back straightaway. They're 3 wide going into turn number 3, which I didn't think was going to be too bad. But then Seth's going to push up the track a little bit, gets into Amy Shelley. There you see it. And so they're rubbing. And of course, this is only going to end like 2 ways. Either Amy's going to get off him and put herself in the fence, or both of them are going to end up in the fence. And sure enough, there it is. They just both push up the track into the wall. And then that's all Gordon Fan needs. He's already checked out at that point. But it's just a race to the line. Then there's Tom Shelley. He's a lap down, but he's going to try and miss this. Derek Benassi runs into the back of the 23. Oh, Jake Cole runs into the back of the 99. James Henry gets into the 23. 23 gets into the 99. So meanwhile, Seth restarts second, and he's going to finish like 18th. Let's see, where did he finish? Yeah, 18th, and that's because Dylan Young ended up finishing this race on pit road. But there's the guy who wins this race, the G-Line Oil Toyota of Gordon Fan. His 3rd win of the season. And so next week, the Nationwide Series will be at Richmond. It'll be these drivers' last shots of getting a win. Andrew Dodd, Seth Cole, Tyson Broad, Wayne James are actually all eliminated now, because none of them will have enough wins to make the chase, even with a win at Richmond. But they can still show up, do their best. An exciting finish. Congrats to Gordon Fan. Top 10 behind him: Trevor Meacham, Warren Cherry, Preston Vale, Zach Buchanan, Angel and Jose Navarro, Amy Shelley, Jake Cole, and James Qualls. Make sure to export this. And so, yeah, also Amy Shelley, Jose Navarro will need a win at Richmond to make the chase, as well as anyone who doesn't have one that's ahead of them. So, should be interesting to see. I'm Gordon Fan 291. This has been a production of the INORL Racing Entertained. We'll see you guys tomorrow from California for the Cup race. Next week at Kansas for the trucks, and then the rest of that weekend at Richmond. Getting closer and closer to the chase. 1 race left to go to decide the field. See you guys next time. And Gordon Fan coming down. He's getting used to this season. The G-Line Oil Toyota this time going to victory lane. Gordon Fan also getting a win at his home track at California. I can't even remember where the 2nd win was. Looks like Gordon Fan's going to take the G-Line Oil Toyota Camry to victory lane here, which will pretty much wrap up our broadcast here today. I once again would like to say congrats to Gordon Fan on his third win of the season, and we'll see you tomorrow for the Coke Vanilla Cup Series race from California. Warren Cherry, the defending race winner, he needs another win to make the chase.